So I have one question, especially for you. So first of all, I mean to say how to improve our spoken English because our native language is Hindi. So sometimes connecting and sometimes talk. So sometimes native language came in our tongue. So how to remove your native language?
That's a very nice question. See, actually, as I said in my previous videos, plenty of time, the same thing that I'm going to repeat now. First of all, we need to understand one thing that we all are Indians, and English is not our native language.
Mhm.
Whereas Hindi, our national language, we have been
Yeah.
speaking our national language since our childhood. And
Mhm.
same goes with our regional language, which simply means like Marathi, Urdu, Telugu, whatever it is, right? So we are
Yes.
being accustomed towards that language. We are habituated to speak it. We don't take that much
Mhm.
time to think. We don't take that much time to speak. We don't even take that much pressure in order to think about vocabularies and sentence and every single thing. Okay, so very good evening, Lavanya. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir, and thanks for asking. And what about you? Good evening, sir, and how are you?
Yes, very good evening. I'm doing fantastic. I'm safe and sound. Thanks for your concern.
Okay. So, sir, first introduce yourself.
Yeah, well, I would be more than happy to introduce myself. As you can see in your mobile display, my name is Shiv. I born and brought up in India, and my native place is Uttarakhand. By
Mhm.
profession, I'm a government employee. As far as
Okay.
my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in
Mhm.
commerce, and this year
Okay.
I'm pursuing my master in economics. This is my final year. In addition to
Mhm.
this, I do teach English to beginners and intermediate speakers through different online applications, and I have my own YouTube channel by the name of English with Teacher Shiv, where I'm
Mhm.
uploading spoken English content and
Okay.
some conversational videos. So that's all from my side in brief.
Okay, that's nice, sir. So it's my turn. You know, my name is Lavanya, and I'm from Chhattisgarh. And I stay in Raigad city. And if you talk about my education, so I have done my BSc biology, and now I'm doing master degree. It's my final year, like special educator, and I have my own business. It's a saloon. And if you talk about my hobby, so I love reading book and writing also, and listening to music and conversation video I watch because nowadays I'm learning English, so that's reason. And sometimes I get free time, so sometimes I talk with strangers because improve my spoken English. That's it.
Wow, that's really great. I'm glad to know about you. Now, whatever questions you have in your mind regarding spoken English or communication, you can ask.
So, sir, you are taking online and offline classes both, and only for online classes.
Well, to be very honest with you, Lavanya, I'm not a perfect and certified English trainer. I'm just
Mhm.
training to some students as an unofficial English trainer. And
Okay.
the application which I used to use in order to improve my spoken English, I've been
Mhm.
teaching English there only as an unofficial English trainer. I do create my own session where I'm teaching advanced vocabularies, pronunciation, and if they have any problem regarding spoken English, so I'm trying to help them out. So that's how it works.
Okay. Yeah. Sir, so, sir, it's a nice. And when you started your learning journey.
Well, it's been 3.5 years I have been speaking English,
Mhm.
and it's been 2 years I have started teaching people with
Okay.
my limited information on different platforms.
Okay. So, in you are started in, and you are you already mentioned you have YouTube channel. So when you started your YouTube channel?
Well, when it comes to YouTube channel, so it's been only 4 or 5 months. I've been running my
Okay.
YouTube channel, and I've
Mhm.
opened this channel because of those students to whom I was teaching, and on that application where I was taking my own session, they have requested me, sir, because you are a government employee, you don't
Okay.
have any specific time to start your session, and we couldn't
Mhm.
join you sometime. So why don't you start your own YouTube channel and you can upload all the information and stuff that you have been teaching over here on this platform, so that whenever we are free, we can easily access that information.
Yes, sir. So you are in posted in government employee. So which field you are doing?
Well, I'm working as a clerk in forest department.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. So in your stay, what I mean to say, uh, in you are staying what in your native place? Can you repeat again? Actually, I forgot.
My native place is Uttarakhand.
Okay, so sir, you are staying in Uttarakhand because there are so many visiting places like Mussoorie and Dehradun also. So which state you are in? Proper Uttarakhand and
Well, I do live in city Dehradun, the capital of Uttarakhand.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And so you are visited all Dehradun and Mussoorie and all Uttarakhand.
Yes, I have visited. Of course, that's my state, so I have visited every single place there in Dehradun, Mussoorie, Dhanolti, like Badrinath, Kedarnath, Rishikesh, Haridwar, everywhere.
Yeah, that's nice. Even I watched video. So there are so many tourist places. So sometimes you talk, or there are in visiting foreigner. So you talk sometimes in English language you use.
No, actually, to be very frank with you, when it comes to spoken English, I haven't talked to anyone in my real life in English. There's no such
Okay.
person with whom I can speak in English. In fact, if you are talking about tourists, so they don't even prefer to speak in English. Means most of the time they do speak in Hindi only. But those who are foreigners, like who are from coming from other country, they
Mhm.
also speak Hindi, but broken Hindi. They can speak Hindi perfectly, but least. Luckily, they would able to manage that situation, and they speak broken Hindi. So more or less, they most of the time use their own native language or
Mhm.
English, but I haven't
Okay.
tried to talk in English with them.
Okay. So, sir, you have any friends, particular friends? So sometimes you talk them on English.
No, Lavanya, the thing is that, as I said, like I don't have anyone in my real life with whom I can speak in English. So that's why I've chosen some online platforms, the applications, where I'm
Mhm.
taking my own session, or whenever I'm free, I'm just conducting my own classes. There I'm teaching advanced vocabularies, idioms, phrasal verb, then
Mhm.
one-to-one conversation practice, interview skills, IELTS preparation, and all this stuff.
Okay. So
Yeah.
earlier you have any particular app? So sometimes you talk.
Well, I started my journey with the help of an application, and that name of application is Hello, Hallo, Hello. I
Mhm.
used to use that application, and I had used that application for 2 years. And then after that application changed its policy to some
Mhm.
extent, where we are not feasible to accept creating our own session at free of cost. So that's why I left that application.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a
Yeah.
helpful or spoken English. So, sir, you are I mean to say you are a government employee, and now you are I mean to say teaching, and you have also YouTube videos. So how manage both channel and even your you are a government employee. So how manage and how I mean to say my question like how to manage yourself and even time. So how to manage your time?
Uh, well, for for this, I would have say two statements. The first one is, if you have need, so you will get seed. And second one is, necessity is the mother of all inventions. So if you want
Okay.
something desperately, if you are
Mhm.
religiously just uh, keep trying in order to achieve something, so you can do it. I can understand like being a government employee, then at the same time I'm studying, I'm doing a master in economics, and I do have my own YouTube channel. I'm teaching some of the students on different platforms, and I have to manage with my YouTube channel as well. So it's quite sophisticated sometime to have an ideal balance between all this stuff, but still I'm trying my best, and that's why I'm trying to find a time for myself in order to have practice. And that's why most of the time people are approaching to me that they want to have a video conversation with me, but all the time they are expecting morning time from my side, and that's not possible for me. So if I would talk about myself, my leisure time when it comes to a video conversation, I don't have any other time except 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. I do have only
Okay.
3 hours where I can practice with different co-learners on video call. So
Mhm.
that's how I'm trying to manage.
Okay. So, sir, one day, how many session you had?
There's no fixed number, sometimes four, sometimes five, sometimes two, sometimes only one. It depends with whom I'm connecting. Like if I have fixed some meetings, so that's good. If not,
Mhm.
spontaneously, I'm sending messages to people. If there is anyone who is willing to join and who wants to talk to me on video call, so yeah, they are joining and I'm talking to them.
Okay. So, how was your channel, sir? It's monetized and now it's running.
Well, it's been only 4 or 5 months I have started, so I don't think so. Like it would be monetized so early,
Mhm.
and I'm not even planning to monetize my channel. I've just opened my Euro channel for the sake of three reasons. Number one, just because I've said before, those students of mine
Mhm.
who have requested me to open my YouTube channel so that they can access their stuff and information which I have been providing there in that application. Secondly, I
Okay.
myself wants to practice with this language as much as possible, and I know one thing. If I want to achieve the level I'm expecting from my side where I can speak English as I can speak in my own native language, Hindi, that kind of
Mhm.
comfortableness and effortness I'm expecting from this language. So I need to make a very deep research about this language, and that could be possible when I would open my YouTube channel because in that way I would be keep motivated myself that I
Okay.
have to make a video, so I need to study first, and this is how I'm collecting information. Last but
So,
not least, because I have been insulted by many people for my terrible and a very horrible spoken English.
okay.
So I just want to prove them that it's not like that. No matter that if you have completed your schooling from Hindi medium school, but if you want to acquire this language, all you need to do is that is self belief system, strong determination, and your very powerful willpower. If you can, if you have these kind of attributes in your personality, you can learn anything, not only English. Yeah, over to you. Again, your video gets freezed.
So, sir,
Yeah,
I'm
now you can.
open. I'm audible.
Yeah,
Okay.
now
Now
you are.
it's my. Yeah, sir. So I have one question, especially for you. So first of all, I mean to say how to improve our spoken English because our native language is Hindi. So sometimes connecting and sometimes talk. So sometimes native language came in our tongue. So how to remove your native language?
That's a very nice question. See, actually, as I said in my previous videos, plenty of time, the same thing that I'm going to repeat now. First of all, we need to understand one thing that we all are Indians, and English is not our native language.
Mhm.
Whereas Hindi, our national language, we have been
Yeah.
speaking our national language since our childhood. And
Mhm.
same goes with our regional language, which simply means like Marathi, Urdu, Telugu, whatever it is, right? So we are
Yes.
being accustomed towards that language. We are habituated to speak it. We don't take that much
Mhm.
time to think. We don't take that much time to speak. We don't even take that much pressure in order to think about vocabularies and sentence and every single thing.
Okay.
However, when it comes to spoken English, as it is
Mhm.
not our native language, we need to think a lot in order to frame sentences, in order to remember or recall vocabularies that we have learned so far. In
Mhm.
addition to this, if you want to speak English without mixing this native language in your spoken English, so all you have to do is just you
Mhm.
have to separate yourself from that comfortable mode of your native language to uncomfortable mode of English, because we are very comfortable in our language, but as soon
Mhm.
as we detach ourselves from our comfortable zone, we will reach in that uncomfortable zone of English. So
Okay.
this is the first thing, and second thing, we need to separate ourselves with the method of
Mhm.
translation. We have been
Okay.
following that traditional and conventional method of translation since we grown up. Or whenever we are speaking, so we are just translating the sentences. Rather,
Mhm.
translation, I would suggest people to adapt and acquire the modern and advanced technique of thinking English. Now,
Mhm.
thinking English itself is a very challenging task. Means if you'll
Okay.
start doing it in initial state, you will feel some kind of trouble and barriers. But by the
Mhm.
time you would able to know that no, it's not that much difficult, you would be
Mhm.
accustomed to think in English. So
Okay.
whenever you wake up early in the morning, I want you to just narrate your whole day in English. Since you are
Mhm.
brushing up your teeth, you are getting fresh, and then you are having your breakfast, whatever you are doing at your home, try to
Mhm.
speak in English. You have to create an English speaking ambience for yourself where you would be surrounded by English only, right? So I'm not saying 1 year, 2 year, but honestly speaking, for the next 3 months, if you completely abandon yourself from your native language and adapt and acquire this language English, you'd able to get that level where you want to reach, and you would able to speak English so comfortable without suppressing in your brain. So yeah, that's all from my side.
Mhm. So, sir, my second question. It's a first fluency. It's a most important or English and grammar. Which one?
Come again. Your voice is a bit breaking. Would you mind if you repeat your
Yeah.
question?
So, sir, my second question. It's a first fluency. It's a learn or enhance your communication skills and grammar. Which one most important? Our learning English.
Okay, that's a very beautiful question, and I would say, it's kind of controversial as well.
Yes.
See, accuracy is something, and fluency is something. When I'm
Okay.
saying accuracy, which simply means the moment I'm going to speak English, it should be correct. It should be
Mhm.
grammatically correct. Means
Yes,
there
sir.
should be no mistake at all. That's how you can get accuracy. Whatever you're speaking, that is up to the mark. There's no flaws at all.
Mhm.
Whereas when I'm saying fluency, so fluency has a different aspect. Every single person has his own definition for fluency. In fact, Google says something else as well, right? But in my perspective, what is fluency? Fluency is nothing. When you
Mhm.
speak English and when
Yeah.
you are speaking and the person to me are talking, he can
Mhm.
understand you in a very comprehensible manner, and you are not forcing yourself to remember vocabularies. You are speaking effortlessly. comfortably without thinking about vocabs, without thinking about grammar rules, and in such a amazing and simple way where you are making some sense. So that is
Yep.
fluency, right? Though if you are making any mistake meanwhile, that's totally acceptable. But
Mhm.
at least you should be reach on that level where you can make yourself comprehensible to your audience, right?
Yes.
When we are saying that which one is more important, like accuracy or fluency, it
Mhm.
depends on individual. What exactly he or she wants to do with this language, English. If
Mhm.
someone wants to become an English trainer or English teacher, or he or she wants to crack IELTS exam, or he or she is preparing for any government written examination, or he wants to become a writer, there's no
Mhm.
doubt at all, accuracy matters a lot. Accuracy is must. On the other hand, when I'm saying that I'm learning English just because I want to convey my thoughts, I want to communicate with people around the world, I want to socialize with people, I want to become a motivational speaker, public speaker. I just want to talk English with my friends, and I just want to talk with people around the world if I would go in any country, right? So their
Okay.
fluency is important as compared to accuracy. So
Mhm.
these both things are very interrelated to each other. At some time, I would say accuracy and fluency walks hands in together. You can't even
Yes.
separate it. Because if
Yes.
you are accurate but not fluent, that is also a very awkward situation for you. At the same
Yes.
time, if you are fluent but you are not accurate, that time
Mhm.
as well you could be the subject of fun, right? So
Yes.
I would, in nutshell, I would conclude that one should maintain a balance between accuracy and fluency. He has to
Mhm.
make a balance between both, which simply
Mhm.
means he doesn't need to being fluent in English. He doesn't need to speaking it too much fast. Rather, he would speaking it slowly, but at least he is focusing on his accuracy. That's fine, and
Mhm.
vice versa. That's all from my side.
Yes, sir. So you detail all those things. So it's very nice, sir. And I have one again question. So it's a question like when I started, even when I started, conversation and while I'm making video call. So I have vocabulary words, but I can't express. I don't know why.
Well, see, Lavina, it's a very simple concept. Knowing something and implementing on a ground. These
Yes,
both things are different. I know
even.
so many things. I'm
Mhm.
I'm so educated. I'm qualified. I'm knowledgeable. I do have degrees, certificate. I've won many awards. But
Yes, sir.
as soon as I get chance to speak out something and I'm not able to express my thoughts, so what is the benefit of having all these degrees and qualification and experience? There's no
Yes,
use. Whereas, on the other hand, someone is not that much educated, is not that much knowledgeable, then he doesn't have any kind of degrees and certificate, but still, he would
yes,
in that situation, whichever he wants to manifest, he can easily portray his idea in such a magnificent and splendid way. So he is far better than as compared to the guy, isn't it? So that's what I'm saying. Don't believe on theoretical knowledge, rather go for practical knowledge.
yes,
So
sir.
whatever you have learned theoretically, try to find the best techniques and ways you can put that theoretical knowledge into the practical one. Right.
Yes,
Second
yes,
one is when you are saying that you have a lot of accounts, but you are not able to use when you want to speak English. So it's just
yes,
because there's simple rule: use it, otherwise you are going to lose it. So better than lose, try to use. All right. So whenever you are talking to anyone, try to use your vocabs according to the person to whom you're talking. For example, If you are talking to me and if you'll use any advanced vocabs, I can easily understand. I'm not saying
Mhm.
I'm perfect, but honestly speaking, I do believe on myself that I'm on that level where if you use any advanced vocabs, I can understand it very easily. All right. And
Yes.
last but not least, whenever you'll get chance, try to just describe things. Either you can go for solo talk, you can go
Mhm.
for story narration, you can go for hypothetical situation, you can go for picture description or anything. But make
Mhm.
sure whenever you are being executing all these exercises, you are not doing this exercise for the sake of doing that exercise. Rather, you are doing this exercise because you want to memorize those vocabs. So use those vocabs that you have learned so far. That's the only trick. There is no other tip, and you can just replace your vocabulary every single day. For example, today if you have used beautiful, next
Mhm.
day avoid that word and go for next word. You can say gorgeous, then awesome, then pretty, then lovely, then stunning, pulchritudinous, right, staggering, dazzling, and there are so many others. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, so thank you so much, sir. You giving me lots of, I mean to say words, and you correcting me also, and I'm asking question, and you giving me politely answer. So it was very nice, and I appreciate you. Ki, words and all correcting ki how to how which one it's better and like vocabulary how to use, so it's a very nice, and thank you so much once again.
Thanks for your compliments. At the same time, I'm literally thankful to you to have this fruitful and constructive conversation session. I've enjoyed a lot. I've learned a
Thank
lot,
you.
and
Yeah,
thanks for connecting with me and giving your precious time.
yeah, thank you so much, sir, and nice talking to you, and
Yeah.
nice meeting you. Yeah, sir. Okay, sir. Bye and take care.
Bye bye. Take care and keep learning.
Bye.